What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Tierfin Crafts. Here recently, I have seen quite a few videos on an AI art creator called Dall-e 2. After looking into it, realized you have to have an invite in order to be able to utilize it. But surprisingly, somebody managed to luck out and actually get the invite to do it. So I have already played around with it, and I've already noticed a few things about it that aren't bad, but not exactly what I was expecting. However, I have a few prompts that I had gotten from some coworkers, and I'm going to go ahead and run those through Dall-e, see what we can get, and then from there, I'll give my not so professional, but semi-professional, I guess, opinion on Dall-e. So let's go ahead and get started. The first prompt, the coworker that had mentioned it has already utilized another art program in order to look at the same thing. So I'm going to try looking up mechanized dragon armor. Now, I have seen the image that he had managed to get from one of the... There we go. From one of the AI things that you can find on the App Store, or the... I don't know if you can find it on the iOS Apple Store, but ironically, none of these fit what I was expecting, nor what he got. As you can see over here in the corner, I've already looked up quite a few prompts and tried to go through and find things that fit what my description was. I was hoping that having something a little bit more simplistic would render me something better, but it happens. Truthfully, some of these are interesting in concept, but none of them actually fit what the prompt was as far as armor for either a dragon, or B, a person that is draconic, or an armor for a person that is draconic in aesthetic and mechanized. So I tell you what, I'm gonna try this. Just dragon armor. See what we get. I don't have a heap load of credits on here because, again, I have played around with this, and it does utilize credits. That was a little bit odd. Not a bad thing, because I mean, you are utilizing the program itself. That, I mean, they got to get theirs out of it. I'm not going to complain with it. Is it what I was expecting? No. This, however, this isn't too bad. This, not so much draconic. It actually kind of looks more like a garden. But it's not the worst. Okay, dragon armor. That's not bad. That's really not bad. And again, armor for a dragon, or at least I'm assuming it's for a dragon. It's kind of hard to tell. as time progresses, I'll probably end up delving into this a little bit more here on the channel. But so far, this is the only one that I'm finding that somewhat fits. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice and see. I want to see if one of the variations ends up being more akin to what. There we go. Now that's draconic. It's massively hokey, but it works. It's dragon armor. Initially, I was thinking that the stuff in the original was a dragon down in the bottom, but now I'm starting to wonder because I can't tell, and that's definitely not what I was expecting. And I don't know what I'm looking at there. I mean, it's an armor, so that's a plus. That works. That works as an armor. I really don't have I don't have a lot of good thoughts currently. So I am going to go ahead and go with the second prompt. I don't know for sure if it's going to let me do it or not. Part of the reason for that is because the specifics to it, I've noticed that the more specific you are, the less likely you are to get anything remotely close to what you're looking at. Or not looking at, but looking for. And you are limited as far as what your prompt can be, just based on generalized wording. So I'm going to go with the next one, which is epic battle scene. And I am going to add in the addendum. What sort of style do I think would look good for that one? I can't remember how to spell Renaissance right off the top of my head because it's late at night and my brain has stopped working the way I want it to. Painting, just in general. And we'll see if we can get anything remotely close to what I think would fit epic battle scene. Okay, now we're getting into some more interesting stuff. Now this is a little bit better. I don't know how this is a battle, but it's good looking art. This one, definitely see a battle scene of sorts going on. Cool. Even better, guys, cavalry on horseback, or at least it's what it looked like in the smaller picture. Kind of hard to tell here. This one, knights. And I'm not going to look for any variations to that one because, truthfully, I just wanted to see what would come about with that one. Next on the list is where I want to see how much detail it can accept before it starts going sideways. So, Fox-themed character. Oh, nope. Superhero. with alternating powers. In a comic cover style. There we go. Okay, so Fox-themed superhero with alternating powers in a comic cover style. There's an actual reason why I wanted to try this one. Some friends and I started playing a game called Heroes Unlimited. Truthfully, it was a great game. Firefox. I don't know what that faux pour. Fear Fopper. Fire Fuchs. Interesting. Okay. It's definitely a fox. Definitely looks like a superhero. Not sure what this is supposed to be. I don't think you actually find out unless you download the image, and then it gives you a more defined piece. However, we started playing Heroes Unlimited, and I created a character that, for the life of me, I can't remember. I believe his name was Eric Sula. Sula being the Cherokee word for fox. It was part of the background to the character that made it work. Okay, so giving it more complex parameters isn't really helping much. Let's see. I want to take the original and go back. Let's see if it'll, I don't know if it'll still edit the detailed description. I don't think it'll let me do it. However, it's no biggie. Either way, I'm at least getting a superhero out of it, so that's a plus. Not very much so in a comic cover style. I'm assuming it would be comic book art, so... we'll try that one. And see if we get anything better out of it. Because, like, I really feel like there is potential here. I feel like it has the potential to be great, but it's a matter of how. Oh, I have 10 credits left. 15 free credits will refill in September. Cool. Okay, so the artworks themselves aren't completely bad, but they're definitely something that you can work off of, or probably download and make adjustments to accordingly. Let's try that, because truthfully that was the actual theme to the character. The whole thing with the character is they had multiple powers, but none of them activated at the same time. So they would end up having really weird power sets that were kind of funky. Such as the ability to shapeshift or turn into fire or explode. Things of that nature. Which this one's not bad. I mean, definitely superhero-esque. Definitely something that could easily be worked off of. So that's a plus. I'm going to try the last prompt. Now, I don't have the biggest hopes for this one, mostly because I have already looked up things accordingly to roughly what is being asked for. The problem is none of them worked out at all like I wanted, which I have pulled up here. The closest that I got was this, and that really wasn't a lot for me to work off of. So, for this, let's see if I can spell this correctly. Bipedal. Four-armed creature with wings. And instead of fantasy style, I want to go with digital art. Mostly because I've seen other people try the digital art, and it ends up being fairly decent. Like, all of these test ones that are coming up as photographs, or a micro 35mm photograph of two mice, so on and so on. Okay, now this is a little bit more entertaining. That's actually pretty good. I mean, it's weird, but it's good. I'm not seeing the four arms, unless that's meant to be one set of arms, one set of arms. It's got the wings. That's only got 3 arms, but it's pretty cool looking. It's a bird-esque thing. Okay, that's not too bad. I want to try that again, but I'm gonna see if I spelled that right, because I probably didn't. Worst part is I'm a writer and I can't seem to spell correctly without the assist of spell check, or at least not late at night. All right, still no 4 arms, but that's actually really cool. I like this one, or at least the general concept of this one. How many points? I have 7 points left. Okay, I'm gonna look for variations of this one, because I think this one would be really cool to expand on and see if I can get a variation of it, because I think given generalized descriptions, it's not too bad. But okay, that one's kind of flying off the mark. And now I'm starting to get into... Okay, there we go. That one's not bad. I mean, it's not good, but it's not bad either. I feel like these are children's drawings, which is really cool. I mean, they work for that. I wonder what it would look like if I did it this way. Photo of a bipedal, bipedal, four-armed creature with wings. Alright, now we're getting into some really weird areas that I don't know how this is going to work. And I've already run way longer on this video than I expected to. So I'm going to be wrapping it up in a minute. Okay, that is interesting. Looks like a toy on a bed. That's actually pretty cool. For AI-generated artwork, some of these are actually really interesting. I mean, they're not completely on the mark as far as what I'm looking for, but they're still pretty cool. That one's weird, but hey, teach their own. Okay, that's even better. That's pretty cool. Because it looks like it really looks like something that you would find out in the middle of the woods, which would probably mean don't touch it. All right, so the last one I want to try is actually probably going to be the one that ends up turning out the best, but might help if I spell planet right. With rings and 4 moons. Alright. The last one, photo of a purple planet with rings and 4 moons. Just because I want to see how this turns out. So far, it's not bad. It's not. Is it the best? No. It's still getting there. And I think that's kind of the key, is that it's still getting there. Not so much of a photograph, but that one is more okay. Doesn't look like a photo. That one's pretty interesting. And that one, it's very digital art-esque. And I'll go ahead and use up a couple more of the credits I have to see if I can find some variations to this one that work. Truthfully, it's not bad. It's not. You know what else isn't bad? What else isn't bad is Raze Energy. I've been drinking Raze for a while now, and honestly, it is probably one of my favorite energy drinks. I definitely enjoy not having the massive crash at the end of an energy drink, as well as being able to function and not end up dehydrated if I happen to need the extra energy while I'm doing something extremely active and strenuous. All of their energy drinks and most of their products are designed with a hydration formula built into them to keep you hydrated while you're on the go. They also have other products that are actually quite good and delicious. They have different forms of protein cakes, as well as protein popcorn, things like that, meant for athletes and people that are trying to gear at a more healthy diet. If you are interested, I will leave a link below at checkout. When you go to the website, at checkout, use the code TierFiendCrafts to get a 15% discount on your order. And hopefully you like it just as much as I do. Back to this. Alright, so the variations that come up aren't horrible. They're not bad. They're not the worst. I'm not against most of these. I will say there are some prompts that you do have to be careful with when utilizing it, because I have tried various combinations of descriptions for creatures that are in the system and players' books of the system that my friends and I are working on, and I didn't get anything major out of them that was really good, which is why my collection is currently empty. However, like I said, I am going to continue to play around with it, and I'm going to continue to see what kinds of stuff I can find, because some of these are decent. They're not bad at all. And the artworks are actually really good. Like, the artwork here is great, but it definitely didn't fit the prompt. aquatic elf. Well, none of these look like an elf. So that definitely messed it up a little bit. And again, I went through the same prompts multiple times, and the ones that actually gave me something that looked like an elf didn't fit exactly what I was gearing at. And so it ended up being a little bit more meh than I was hoping for. I was also looking at trying to generate a map, and I am realizing that this program's probably not the best for that. But I hope you have enjoyed the video. Like I said, it's definitely something different. It was something that I was wanting to do after seeing other people play around with Dall-e. And so I had to at least try it out and see what all I could find with the prompts that I was given to give it. If you enjoyed the video, definitely leave a like and subscribe. And then hit the bell for notifications. That way you get notified every time I post a new video. And then, if you've done that, come check us out over on Facebook or over on Patreon. On Patreon, it's Tierfiend Crafts. On Facebook, it's Tierfiend Crafts Handcrafted Arts and Gaming. I go live on there just as much as I go live on YouTube. And a lot of the videos that I end up doing are more art related, which is why I felt like this was a good video to do. But with that, you guys have a great one, and I'll catch you all next time.